Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. Okay, guys, so today I am back with my Defemorember list. I am going to do day 5. I'm excited to do the snippet roll. I had this idea that I want to do the snippet roll and then I'm going to make tags. Well, with some of the snippet roll, I will make tags to send out to my Junk Journal Divas sisters for my Diva Delights project. And if you don't know, that is just in Junk Journal Divas, which is on Facebook. I have this little section of it that we call Diva Delights. And if you sign up for it, we just send out happy mail, something that you made, and just something, and it's just to inspire other people in the group. It's fantastic if you are new to the group, and it's just a lot of fun. It's fun to get mail. So I have this fabric. I'm going to cut some long strips and that will be my base. And then I have these fantastic images from Art House Whimsy. I absolutely love these. How cute. So I'm going to use some of these as well. And then I grabbed some pieces of sari, embellished sari. And you guys, I just marked down all my sari packages in my shop if you're interested. My shop link is always in my videos, but I just want to make way for new stuff for spring. So I have journals, you name it, tons of stuff marked down 25% off. But these are like just little snippets that I put in here. So I'm going to use some of these. I grabbed some applique pieces. So, ooh, I'm excited to play. I think these are going to be beautiful. Let me put all of this aside and let's start with our base strips. I think I'll go this way. This is shorter than the length, just because it's easier to work with than one big long section. So, and I definitely want the frayed edges. So I'm going to cut a little piece and tear. And how big do we want this? Okay, so this is about 2 inches. And I'm going to pile up all these strings because I might use those for something else. So I'm going to do like maybe, I don't know, I think maybe I'll do 3 or 4 of them. So let me cut some more here. And you guys, I also think that we should share pictures of our studio spaces at the end of Defemorember. Because I just get too excited to stop and clean up. I always think, okay, I'm going to clean up, but yeah, I mean, I also like a certain amount of mess because, I mean, right now, if you would see to the left and right, it's just piled with stuff. But I kind of like it. I call them my messy edges, and I like it because I can just grab things to add. It's like, yeah, if I don't have my messy edges, sometimes I feel a bit lost. Now I do clean all that up, but not until I'm moving on to something different. Like once I'm done with holiday, I will put all that away. Okay, so I've got some strips. You know what, you guys, let me clean up my desk really quick here. Not perfect, but much, much better. So I have this fabric left over from doing my journal covers, and I am just cutting them into kind of little squares. These are maybe, I don't know, an inch and a half. So I'm just making a little cut, and then that will help me get it going so that I can tear, because I want those frayed edges. So I have 3 colors of polka dots. I love polka dots. The green, I have pink and red, and then I have that dark fabric with the poinsettias and flowers on it. So that's what I'm using. And then I'm just going to lay down one of the strips, and I'm going to layer up the squares. So I usually have to try to lay it out and figure out what I'm going to do. And then once I get the formula, so to speak, for how I want to lay this stuff out and what looks good, then, then you're on a roll. But I'm just showing here, I'm playing around with all these different things, and then I have to take it all off and in order to glue it on. So I'm using a piece of double-sided tape, and I just lay my squares down, and then I'm going to do some sewing, just enough to hold it down, because once I do my tags, I'm going to do more sewing. Okay guys, so let's look at my snippet rolls quickly here. I did some messy sewing. I'm going to add stuff to these, but I want to put my images on first. So this is what I have right now. Then this one is a little more plain. I will also go around and do more sewing once I get my images on. And then this one I added the applique. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to make tag bases. I usually use food packaging, but I have so much extra paper right now that, like, things that I printed. Oh yeah, and then I was looking through my papers and I found this thing. No idea what in the world I was doing with this. Just experimenting, but it's woven. And I thought, oh yeah, can I make a flower out of this somehow? I don't know. It doesn't really go with my Christmas theme, but I am just so excited because it's Saturday night right now when I'm recording, and I've got the entire evening. I mean, it's late, it's like 9 p.m., but I have the entire evening here to do whatever I want. If I want to stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning, I can't, because there's nothing to do tomorrow. Nothing for the kids, for my hubby, for my dogs, nothing. And that's what gets me excited. Okay, so anyway, I found these are printed on cardstock, and I thought maybe I could put some Christmas stuff on one side, and then they would be backed with this stuff. And I also have these from Art House Whimsy. All right, I'm gonna start with these just because. So I am going to, let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut these, and then this will be the back, and then on the other side I'm gonna glue my Christmassy paper down. So that's what we're gonna do next here. Okay, so I've got my Snippet rolls, I've got my tags, and the next thing I want to do is just kind of play with these images. So let me see. I might want to cut them down a little bit, and I want to add some color or something around the edges. So let's do that. I might even back them. Let me see, I want the more colorful ones here. These would actually be kind of some fun scraps to play with. But you know, I'm sure you guys, if you're like me, we cannot save everything. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's change my ink thingy. And let me use this because it's very inky. Okay, now let's ink up these edges of these guys that I have here. How are these all looking? Okay, so ink these edges. And I'm thinking if I put, this would look good, right? I'm thinking that I might need to edge them with something. Okay, I'm just going to play around with a couple of ideas here, and we'll revisit in a minute after I figure out what I want to do. So I'm doing voiceover here, of course, because I had no idea exactly what I was going to be doing. But I definitely like the black outline. So I'm backing these, and I just think that looks so much better. So I decided to just go ahead and do all of them. So I'm using this big piece of cardstock. And then I wanted to add a little bit of color, so I'm using my distress crayons and just adding a little bit around the edges and then smearing it with my finger. And I really like the, it's like the metallic distress crayons. I really like the shimmer that it adds. So I go a little bit crazy with my distress crayons, but I really like how it's looking, so I just keep going with it. I really love playing around with these. They're so easy to use, and there's really no cleanup. They're just, yeah, one of my favorite things to grab when I want to add color to something. And then I thought I kind of want some splatters or something. So I grabbed this gold ink and I'm just going to do a little bit of splatters, and I'm liking this. And then I decide to go ahead and put some around the edges, and I like that too. So I end up doing that to all of them. It's funny because I'm doing the voiceover the next day and just sort of laughing at myself because I just jumped from one thing to another. And now I'm going to dry these and cut them out. But then when I cut them out, I realized that I really miss the black border. So I have to back them again and cut them out. Because you'll see when you put it on the snippet roll, it just, yeah, something about having that black border just really makes them pop. Now you can see here I'm also backing my sentiments with some black cardstock. So now all those elements that I'm adding, they just pop out from the snippet roll in the background, and I'm liking this. So this is my formula that I kind of use to make the tags. Okay guys, I am finally finished. These were so much fun to make. I started doing my video and then I actually saw these corners and I decided to put the corners on. So this is my first one. I put some jingle bells there so you can see the photo. I've got some of my, well, kind of woven flowers. My snippet roll in the background there and all the little additions that I added. I added a little bit of bling, some fuzzy yarn, and my bells. Jingle all the way. Dear Santa, I've done my best. So I've got the little corner piece there. Added a little bit of bling. These were just so fun. Better not pout, better not cry. So this lady, I put a little piece of this like icy blue. Then there's the little corner that I had cut off. Save Santa a trip, be naughty. So I put a blue light here because I thought it brought out the blue glasses that she has on. My little corner piece I added last up there. I also put some of those threads. Did lots of messy sewing. And this lady will work for cookies. And this one I put more of that icy blue and some red. So these are just really fun, lots of fun layers here. And then the last one, bring me some figgy pudding. You can see again here I put some of those threads. My corner piece here. So that is it, guys. See what I decide to do next. But thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. I'm adding some photos here so you can see a close-up. There's so many details on these tags, so I wanted to include some photos also at the end here. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. This one was a lot of fun to do, and I'm excited to jump into the next prompt.